तुम्ही पाहिलं त्याच्यानी कसं मला सांगितलं की कशा पद्धतीने आपण आयुर्वेदासोबतच जे शास्त्रज्ञ सांगितले त्यानुसार आपण आजच्या दुपारच्या सत्रामध्ये संयुक्त विभागाचे अध्यापक डॉक्टर दुर्कर सर हे विद्यार्थ्यांना मार्गदर्शन करणार आहेत. तत्पूर्वी मी रोगनिदान विभागाचे प्रमुख वैद्य सर यांना विनंती करेन की दुर्कर सरांचा यांचा सत्कार करा. धन्यवाद सर. दुर्कर सर यांना विनंती करेन की त्यांना मार्गदर्शन करा.
तशी आपली ओळख तर आधी झालेली आहे बऱ्यापैकी मागच्या आठवड्यात, त्याबद्दल आपण काही जास्त बोलूया. Let's see the title first. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamasti. In Vedic sciences, it is said that every organ has its own deity. As like heart has its own. There is a beautiful sentence in Purusha Sukta says that Chakshus Tejo Maya, that Surya or the sun gives energy, or the sun is called as a god of eyes, and the next, the Mana, is said to be god is said to be the Chandra. Chandrama Manaso Jata Chakshus Surya Ajayata is the sentence. So, as we know, the people usually called what we call as a Matimanda people are usually called as the lunatics, because the behavior pattern is changed according to the pattern of the luna. So, luna is so it's actually affects our function. Likewise, we can say that every action or the function of sensory organ as well as the motor organ is always related with the mind, and the mind plays a vital role in day-to-day life. Because of freshness of mind, we feel good, otherwise we feel or we have different kind of emotions or the behaviors. So Shiva, here Shiva means beautiful or the Mangalkari. The good effects are the final result is good. Hence it's called as a Shiva. Shiva Pariname Hitaha is the sentence. So here we take an oath, or we request the god Moon that please give us some beautiful results, or prepare our mind to give a beautiful results or the good results. Shiva Sankalpa, the desired results will be the beautiful. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. So we should have a good determination, good thoughts. The result of that thoughts will be good. The final product of that thought will be good. So it will grow up. It will help to grow in health-wise, or we can have other senses also. मी ॲक्च्युली इंग्लिशमधून सुरुवात अशी केली आहे, पुढचे सगळ्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीज इंग्लिशमधून So then, hence, the main Shiv Sankalpa Vastu. Let's have good thoughts. The first slide, Lord Dhanvantari, everyone knows many things about him. He is the god of doctors, the father of surgery. Yes, he is the teacher of Sushruta, things I call as him as a father of surgery. It means Amruto, that is Ayurveda Amrutanam is the favorite sentence written by Charak Samhita. That Ayurveda keeps people alive for longer period, immortal. So that's why it's our duty to pray him, to go him. He's actually it's a not good thing, but he was a great teacher. Led Anil Vishwas Panse, a great narrator, great orator, great teacher, great learner, ultimately a great person. Unfortunately, we lost him few years back. But the contribution of his work or his knowledge, his clinical experiences is much a lot in our life, in so many students' life, and we the students of GMM RCL are always proud of that. We are the students of Anil Panse. He taught us many things, many things. Not in just lectures, but we can say that in practicals also, in clinical hours also, how he talks, how he behaves, how he explains, how he asks. These are the good examples how should person ask to everyone. And actually we are dealing with the same topic, that is communication skill. How to communicate? Means usually he grabbed the student on very first day. Though he was not teacher for first year, he was the HOD and professor of Thai Chikitsa department. He actually grabs the student on very first day. How? On the basis of communication skill, he observes the student, he talks with their parents, and he gives a slight hint to their parents that don't worry, your child will be safe, your child gets sufficient amount of knowledge, and I am not going to let him as it is. He will be the next procedure, or we can say a second Panse in his life, we can say that. Fortunately, many of us got touch with him, learn many things. Hence, now also, in our day-to-day life or in teaching or in behavior, most of the things are copied from him only. I will say not copied, I will say it's just inherited in us. Yes, we just try to speak like him. It's actually happened just by seeing observation, how he talks, how he explains, and his passion about Ayurveda. And so no one can go up to that much level. Is that no words can explain him. Second, these are the people of this generation, of last generation, of before the last generation. A person who is sitting with Mike is a great teacher, Vaidya Ananta Bhagavanta Dharmadhikari, who taught me Charak Samhita for 3 years in my PG. And he is called as a second Charak, or the presently the avatar of Charak, because he has tremendous knowledge of Charak Samhita. But up to the simplicity, no one can compare with his simplicity. He is so humble, so much to ground. He can stay anywhere, he can walk anywhere, he can eat anywhere, and at the present he is of 79 years old. It's a 10 years old or 15 years old teacher actually. He is in 79 years old presently. Still he is taking lectures for 3 or 4 hours of Charak Samhita. Weekly, day after, once a day, 3 or 4 times days in week, like on Monday or Tuesday, like this. Secondly, the person who is sitting right to him is Vaidya Prata Joshi, or we call him as a Nana, the late Prata Joshi sir. He is the pioneer of new era of Basti. The Basti, that is the Panchakarma procedure, one among the Panchakarma, is described in Ayurveda, or we can say in Samhita. And he lakhs of Basti in Dhule. He worked with government hospital, and his sentence is Basti Ghyava, Basti Jivacha Visava. That one should practice Basti in everyday practice. One should know how the Basti works, how it will be helpful, and fortunately, his legacy is continued. Means Dr. Praveen Joshi sir, we met him recently. He worked with many students, and your seniors also went there. They learn about Basti, various kind of Panchakarma procedure. He is also a good teacher, good narrator. The person behind the Dharmadhikari sir is Dr. or we can say Vaidya Ananta Bakare sir. Unfortunately, Nana and Bakare sir both left the universe before 2 or 3 years. We can say that. He is also a great teacher. He actually discovered the area of Dhanvantari, where Dhanvantari Samadhi is there in Gujarat. He went there, he performed some Nirupan, that is the lecture series of Charak Samhita, Sushil Samhita. Henceforth, since 13 years, actually the Dhanvantari Charak Samhita Nirupan is going on at Dhanej in Gujarat. And the person who is sitting, Prakash Joshi, behind the Prakash Joshi sir is Dilip Gadgil sir. He is also a great teacher in the field of Samhita. And lastly, the person who is with Charak Samhita is Vaidya Abhijit Saraf sir, who taught me the Ashtagodaya in my post-graduation. He is also a good teacher. Means, because of them, I came here. I work as a lecturer or the reader or as a student of IRL. And I can't forget about these 3 people. In above picture, my mother and father, Dr. Kishore Kumar Gurkar and Purnima Gurkar, and ultimately the last one, the Pranav Bhagwat sir, who taught me Ayurveda in my UG life. I worked for around 5 years at his clinic. Every Saturday I went there, I was there, I learned many things. He taught me a lot without using words. How to treat patient, treating every way, how to behave with patients, how to ask the question, how to give the answers. If the patient is not talking, then what kind of question should be asked? And if patient is so much talkative, then what should be correct and what should be neglected? If patient is so much rich in everything, he has his own ego, then you should go up to his ego. And if patient is so humble, then be humble. Don't show your ego on him. Don't just use the medicine as like your teachers uses. Think yourself, ask yourself, search the books, do study every day. Then you will got what I have today is the sentence. Presently, he is having many good things in his life. He owns his own BMW. He owns his own large clinics, like area of around 2 acres area. Many things he has. As a life, in case of wealth, in case of richness, he has everything. But whenever he meets, he always teaches something. Always ask something. Always say, don't leave the teaching. Go and teach. His specialty is Shalakya, that is Netra Rohto. And I will proudly say he was the topper of all the universities in its PGCET examination. All the universities. Previously, every university conducting their own examination, like BHU is conducting their own examination, Jaipur is conducting their own examination, Maharashtra is conducting their own examination. And the examination level of Jaipur or we can say BHU or Jamnagar is so much high that it is not easy to crack them. Always the cream people will should reach there and they learn there. But he is the person who cracked every exam, he topped every exam, so he got the choice where to go. And fortunately, we can say his luck or his flavor and it's proud for us again. In last year, recent year, when the MHS conducted PhD exam, he topped the subjects again. And it's just away from everything, but he is in teaching. He has tremendous knowledge. So these are the people who taught me, who created me, who backed me, who helped me to come here to teach you, to teach many students. And I remember the sentence of Ranjit Puranik sir, who is the owner of Abdul Kamishwar company. Recently we met in Mumbai, and he said, don't leave teaching. If you are sitting in a classroom, teach something. If you are sitting in your own clinic, something. You met anywhere around and one who is from Ayurveda, teach something. Don't leave teaching. Because the teaching is the only thing which will give you the various kinds of knowledge. It will create thought processes. It will make you aware about many things what are happening around, and it will make you as a person, as a human being. So don't leave teaching. And Dharmadiri sir always says, don't leave teaching, don't leave practice. Hence, I do practice, I do teaching. Let's start with topic: communication skill, critical thinking, soft skills, empathy, respecting mentor, confidence, and personal growth. Very first one, how to define all such things. What is meant by communication skill? What is meant by critical thinking? What is the soft skills? What is meant by empathy? How to respect mentor? Or the respecting mentor means what? Confidence and personal growth. So, is there any relevance in our day-to-day life? Is there any relevance in clinical practices? Is there any relevance in medical field? Yes, of course. We do face all people or whole, we can say, the population around the world, and we have to conduct, we have to communicate, we have to take actions, we do perform some procedures. So we require all such things. We can have it is our main base or the foundation in society. So the communication skill, first sentence, you talk to me, I will talk to you. It's a common thing. We do arrive here on very first day, but it's like the Unsunsa hai. No one talk to each other. We just ask each other's name, where he belongs, how many marks he got, how the admission got, where you are staying, or other any details like where to fill up the form of hostel, who is Deepak sir, who is Kulkar sir, who is this one, who is that one. So what it starts the communication. So my question is, the communication skill requires what? It's an open-ended question. So you can answer anyone from your side. What is meant by communication skill? Did you get the question? Everyone? So define the communication skill. I am not going to define it. So what actually requires communication? What is the basic requirement of communication? Yes, Harshad, you can. Babat? Yes. What is the basic need of communication? Equivalence around this. Whenever you are traveling in a bus, do you ask how you feel? Your adjacent people or the passengers who are sitting next to you? No. So what is the basic need? On very first bench? Okay, confidence, yes. Knowledge, okay. Anything else? basic requirement of communication. Confidence, spatial knowledge is okay. But what is the basic requirement? To identify it, you are going far away. No. Without language, no, anyone can talk. Common interest, you are going away. It's the first eager or willing. I want to talk. I want to communicate. Unless you want to communicate, how you are going to communicate with the next person? You both share same language, you are both from same state, same area, same locality, but you don't want to communicate. How you are going to communicate then? But I don't know his language, he don't know how I am speaking, what's my language, but I just said hi, he said hi. It's a communication. There is a movie, what is it, Wednesday? Nasruddin Shah's movie. Have anyone seen it? There is a small incident in that movie. Nasruddin Shah narrates his experience about the Bombay blast, local blast, in something 2004 or 6 happened. I don't know the year. But how he says there was a friend in that train. On day before the blast, that friend shows his wedding ring, engagement ring. Just shows, not talking. If anybody from Mumbai or that area is from Kalyan, he knows that many people came from different areas to a single bogie, or we can say local. But they just have a conversation like hi, bye, train delika, adika, like that. But it's actually willing to communicate. Next day, Nasruddin Shah misses the train, and that person lost because of blast. What he says, I lost a friend. He never talked to him. They never had chat. They never had loud our coffee or any kind of parties or anything like that. They have just to will to communicate. So that is the base or the first or very foundation thing that a willingness. I want to communicate. If I do not want to communicate, then no one is going to talk with you, and you are not going to talk to anyone. Like I said, we never talk in such a way. We never talk with our adjacent passenger, the next passenger, that how you are doing. No, what we ask, the when will you arrive, which station is going, where are you going, can I open the window or to close the window. So we have some people around us, what this do? They ask the next person to ask him, kindly close the window. Because they have fear. What kind of fear? If he do not want to communicate with me, he get angry, he might think anything else. How I can communicate with stranger? Means my sister had a friend. He always go with his company. He never go alone for 80 years. If you want to drink a tea from outside, he calls someone, he will go with him and then drink a tea. Since 25 years, he never took a sip of tea in a single mom or the single as a single. So it is the hardest way to communicate. Because unless and until he has some support, he will not communicate to anyone. In our OPD, in our day-to-day life, we are going to communicate. Not with the help of others, but we have to communicate with our own. We don't have any translator, we do not have any attendant who will speak behalf of us. We will write the question and we will give to that attendant. He will ask the question, काय होते तुम्हाला? Not like that. We are going to communicate. happens when we are when you people are going to take cases in the subject of Sharir Kriya or next year in the subject of Rohina. There is the first question arises in your mind. How can I ask such kind of questions? Whether they will answer us or not. So what we do? Wait. We will ask someone. We will ask our seniors. We will ask some interns. Whenever the fear of communication starts, then you cannot communicate with each other. So it is the basic thing. You have to communicate. Likewise, whenever we can say that in the last week, I just came as a lecturer or a teacher. I started a lecture. Only few of people might be knowing me. Only few of people knows me, or I know 2 or 3 people only. So I started the communication because I want to. And communication is always a both sided, not just a single side. Then it will be as a lecture only. चल रहा है, बोल रहा है, नहीं चल रहा है. It's not a communication. We are asking the question to the patient to open up, to say their own problems, to state their own health problems. And after that only we can give some kind of medicine. Otherwise we can't give any kind of medicine unless and until we don't know their problems. It's the basic. So if you are going just saying do this, don't do that, likewise like this, and if you get a board lecture, you will not get communicated. So it is the first way that you should ask such kind of question. You should start communication that next person should answer you. He have to. He will explain everything. Whichever is required, whatever is required for that particular question we can say, or particular problem we can say. He should be open up. Otherwise, it will be problematic for us to get the knowledge, we get the real question, and we cannot give him the real solution. Likewise, many people do a prank. Like, we do just writing surprise and like this happened. But we thought about, what kind of surprise it may be the food, it may be the article, it may be the book, it may be the pen, it may be the person, it may be a movie ticket, it may be a shopping tickets, or what we can say, coupons. So it's a like a gamble for us, it's a like a riding for us to go in a dark forest and search needle like that only. So communication should be, that answer should be from other side. The person should tell their problems. As we are dealing with medical science, we are dealing with clinical practice, hence I am asking about the patient and doctor communication. Otherwise, we have lots of better communication. In communication, what we have, the same interest should be there. Yes, of course, people say. If I don't know about cricket and someone talks me about the cricket, I will say, what I will say? No, I don't know. I don't know about the movies, and he starts the conversation with movies. I will say, no, I don't know about it. The same thing happens. If anyone from nursing field and I started, do you know the Vata Pitta Kapha does that function, and do you know that Jalasamhita has stated? We look as a, what we are saying, man. What is meant by Vata Pitta Kapha? I only know Vata is there something like people says. Pitta is bites and Kapha is like that what people has coughing and that like. So it's not the communication, it will only chat, chit chat. That much only. The communication what gives us the knowledge. I am not saying about the information, it gives the knowledge, it adds something in your brain. We have many information, but we don't have any kind of knowledge, then it will not be useful. The Pandasar used to tell us, don't be a jack of all and master of none. The information of each and everything is with me, but knowledge of nothing. I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't jack of all, master of none. You can't do, you can't perform your own specialty, or you do not have your own specialty, then it will be a useless condition. So for communication, it is also required. It will add some knowledge. It will give a proper solution, or it will give a way to find out the solution. We can say that. The person who is sitting next to us will feel safe, will feel peace, he will open up, he will tell everything, whatever related with that topic or the question. That is the very first thing, or the first requirement of our clinical practice, that is the communication skill. How to communicate? The best example is Steve Jobs. He has a own communication style. Sometimes he fights, sometimes he talks, but delivering the topic, he has that much. Communication skill in many people who are working with marketing agencies, they do require communication skills because they have to sell their own product in a reasonable way, in a reasonable prices, without any loss. And the person or the buyer should be there for a longer period. It's not like that once bad, then forget it. You will find another customer. No. They have to communicate. Therefore, they have separate sessions how to communicate skills. Like in MNC, multinational companies, they do have communication skills program or the workshops. Unfortunately, we don't conduct such kind of workshops. But I will say there are workshops going on in everyday's practice. In OPDs, you are a teacher. Like I said, we saw Panse sir how is teaching, how is working, how is asking the question. So it's a kind of workshop, free workshop for us. How to speak with, how to communicate with, how to ask the question. You don't require to pay anyone to get certified with communication skill likewise the daily editing, you are not going to get it. But you are getting in your brain, your behavior that yeah, you can ask such like other kind of question. The communication skill may differ according to age. You can't ask about to the person who is 70 years old. Yeah, anyone can buy it, but have you got the Max Pro or what? iPhone 15 Pro? No, you can ask him. If he is not using, he don't know what means by iPhone, what he will say, no, I don't know. And if I ask you about do you know the Nokia 1100? I don't think so we have seen it or used it. No, we have used it. So it's a difference between age, gender. To the male patients or the male person, the questions will be different. Will be some questions, not all. Same thing with the females. Because the structure of the body is different, function of the body is different. As per the occupation, communication skill different. If someone working with banking, then we will ask some questions related with his job. Someone from our field, like medical field, then the discussion will be from medical science. If someone as a layman don't know about science or anything, like as a layman, he will say. If someone is a farmer, we will ask about the weather rain is there, what kind of crops are growing, when the market is open. So according to many variables, the communication skill will be different. Whenever I saw my father playing with little children in his OPD, his communication is so different. He plays with children. He lift them up, put it down. He will ask them to walk on table. He will sing us some rhymes or nice poem. He will recite any shlok for them. Means he used to carry some sweets daily, like khadi sakar or revdi, such things in his upadi. Daily. Now also he is having something. And whenever a child came as a patient, firstly he will put a single khadi sakar in his hand, ask him to take. So it's a way of communication. Why the bachu or the children will get safe. Yeah, okay, the doctor is not going to harm me. Because what usually parents do, hey, we are going to doctor, if you do such like things, he will give injection to you. They create a fear among them. Don't do like that. So what children do? Whenever they enter in nobody, they start to cry. In Marathi, we say "Bhunga Basarane." So it may please him. He will get calm. Yeah, okay. This doctor is friendly. He will play some other games like whatever he discovers, whatever he thinks, he will play with that child. Then children may draw any kind of drawing. He will show. The children will show. Kaka, I have drawn such things. I learned this poem. So it's a kind of communication. You can't communicate in this manner to elderly person or like the elderly person, like as we do the elderly person. We can't communicate like that with children. So these are the basic quality. First, what we want to communicate with each and every person in a different way, but first willingness is important. I have to communicate. No one going to give you every support, every kind of support in each and everything. You have to do perform procedures. You have to ask. You have to actually, you are selling yourself to that patient. Because you are getting money for your consultation. The patients are paying you for consultation. If you are just getting money for medicine, then there is no difference between shopkeeper, the medical shop person and the other chemist person and us. Actually, we use our knowledge to get the money. So that means we are saving ourselves. So it is the best way to communicate. Then you will get the proper money. If you are not having communication, then people will not be going to pay you. Because the first hesitation will start from your side. How I ask money, consultation, you can't ask. Because the hesitation started in yourself, not in his mind. So firstly try to do. So there is a short homework for us. We can have a homework like task for you. Try to communicate with the person to whom you never talked until today. And try to communicate with the person who is sitting in your class, in your batch. But since 15 days we are there together, but we never talk. Might be in future you have the same interest, like sports, cinemas, music, drama, theatre, many things. But unless and until you will not get over, you are not going to know about his or her character, or her personality, or his personality, or his or her hobbies like this. So try to communicate with each other. Now, okay, soft skills. First, teamwork. We are actually doing a teamwork. Our clinic is like a team, where the leadership is for doctor, Vaidya, or the Vishaka Pradhana. Team leader is a doctor, or the chief. Like surgery team is there. And from the surgery team, every person has a different role. Anesthetist has a different role to give anesthesia, to sedate that person. Chief surgeon who is going to conduct that surgery. Assistant who will perform according to the chief surgeon. Nurses will help to the procedure. And any other peoples are there, many other peoples like ward boy is there, IA is there, or sweeper is there. But whenever a surgery happens or whenever a procedure is going to place, the whole team is required. And if you visit any kind of surgery or operation theatre, they work accordingly and they communicate with each other for that procedure. Means anybody had know about Dr. Neetu Pandey? His wife has written a very beautiful book on him. Dr. late Neetu Pandey. He died in 2004. The great cardiac surgeon from India. He performed thousands of surgeries, many of them free of cost. He performed a surgery on Balasaheb Thackeray, cardiac surgery. So, what I am saying, he had his own team while doing the surgery. He is doing surgery as Grish Cadley, he is doing surgery as Leelavati, he is doing surgery as Hinduja or somewhere else. He carries his own team, he carries his own anesthetist, he carries his own assistant, he carries his own sisters. Why? He had that much confidence on their team. And everyone knows how to do accordingly. If something happens in different way, then what kind of measure has to take? What kind of medicine has to take? How to stabilize the patient? How to examine the patient? During the procedure, which kind of instrument are going to use? If the procedure is used, then what kind of instruments will require? Again, what kind of food or what kind of drinks the doctor requires? That do affect a procedure. So the team helps to do each and every kind of work. Likewise, in our school or in college days, for you people, taking a case is like a teamwork. You are asking some questions to patients. So, as like teamwork, someone will take a blood pressure, someone will check pulses, someone will ask some questions, someone will note down, and you all people will share it one on one. It's a like of teamwork. And if the person who is asking question, he said, no, I am not going to ask anything, I will keep quiet. Likewise in surgery, the assistant will say, no, I am not going to give any kind of instrument to my surgeon, I will quit. What will happen? The procedure will get stopped there. In teamwork, like in case taking, what will get, the procedure will stop there. In our clinic, everyone is going to have their own clinic or hospitals. The sweeper is required, IA is required, Maushi is required, Mama is required, everyone is required. It's a kind of teamwork. Sweeper will clean the floors before the opening of the clinic or in mid-hours. If he went on long vacation, then what will happen? If the assistant never came, what will happen? If the physicist never came, physician never came, what will happen? If the chemist never helped you, what will happen? So, it's a soft skill. You have to build a team. Likewise, we have department, like Samhita Siddhanta department. Dilip sir is there, Pawar sir is there, Jadhav sir is there, Patil madam is there. So, we divided our topics, we divided our syllabus, we divided our work also in department. Some will see about the books, the library. The books are will see about the programs or the what are the technical issues are there in the department. I will look after the what are the actual management procedures are there, where to communicate, where not. Power sir will arrange the lectures or the timetable. It's kind of teamwork. If Deepak sir will say no, I am not going to see any kind of technical work, you can do anything, whatever you want, then what will happen? Everything will be shut down. So it's a kind of teamwork. You have to build a team, and therefore the first skill is communication skill. Then afterwards you can have a team. Without communication, you don't have any kind of team. Next, leadership. Someone has to take lead to perform any kind of work, any kind of program. Next, self-confidence. Yes. Unless and until you don't have confidence on you can't do anything. If I don't have any kind of confidence about teaching, then I will not going to teach you anything. I will keep it is. I will keep quiet. Otherwise, it is not the way of teaching. Hey, it's just narration. These are the notes, keep it with you. What you people will get? Notes. Nothing else. And whenever I explain anything, then you will get something. Like we have some Samhita lecture. So you get to know about Samhita, what is meant by Samhita, how the Charak Samhita looks, what is meant by Samhita, how to define Samhita, what is meant by Tantra. So there is a difference between that confidence is there. It happens in OPD. Such many kinds of patients we come across, and sometimes some emergencies are there, and we have to perform some work. Like last week, a patient came, a child of 4 or 5 years. He put a roll of paper in his ear, and such kind of patients are there. Many patients are there. Such kind of that the children puts anything in his nose, ear, like that. So it requires the confidence that okay, I will stabilize the patient, I will remove it. I can. Yeah, obviously we removed it and the patient went away very happily, but it's a confidence. The patient on the same day has a the incidence of broken glass, and the glass particles of the glass is entered in his skin. There is a big wound around his left hand, and some particles are there inside. If the person who is performing that procedure, me and my father, we both are actually working on it. If anyone said no, we can't do like that, I don't have any confidence to perform such kind of surgery, procedure in my OPD, what will happen? The surgery is not going to take place, or the procedure is not going to take place. Secondly, patient will say that doctor don't have any confidence on his own skill, then he will never come back. And I will use not only a single person, I will use many people who is staying around him, who knows that person, who knows that patient, but the patient will tell, don't go to that doctor, he don't have any confidence on his own skill. Don't go. And mouth publicity is the best way of publicity, and vice versa. You can get easily defamed with mouth publicity is. No required of any PR agency for that. So it's the best thing, self-confidence. While learning, while teaching, while getting the knowledge, while asking the question, while doing performing surgeries or the procedures, any kind of procedure, like I am going to give Basti, I should know. I have that much confidence. I will perform easily. personally perform more than a person who is contraindicated, firstly, had history of TIA, TIA. He got history of brain hemorrhage 3 months back, and it is the first contraindication not to perform mobile. I perform him, stating that you may get that in this, but you are not going to. Patient survived. He is still there. He is doing his job very neatly. He's around like 64 or 65 years old. I performed 8 years back. So it's confidence on me, on my knowledge, on my understanding, as well as on patient also, that he will perform or he will obey what are the procedure has to obey. What kind of measure has to take, he will look after for that. He will take that kind of care, he will eat that kind of food or anything, whatever we order him or we say to him. This is the very first way. So self-confidence as well as confidence on patient. Same. Next, problem solving skills. You should know how to face the problem and what are the requirements, how to talk, what kind of measure has to take. If this is not happening, then what to do? This action plan B should be there. If plan A is not working, then we will plan with plan B or we will go with plan B. This is a soft skill. It happens. Once we went to a farmer's house and we carried our ECG machine with us, and we forgot to take our gel. Like gel has to put over his body and that lungs will be there. That electrode has to put there after the gel. We forgot. What to do? We put water because for conduction of that gas some media is required. So what kind of media we can have? Water also can work that much. And someone from our side say that we don't have gel, what to do? It's okay, we can use water also. If no one is knowing that, how to solve that problem, then we came as it is. We will not do any kind of such kind of procedure. We will, okay, we don't have gel, then we are not going to perform that procedure. Many of people have seen the Good Doctor series, web series called as Good Doctor. There is the very first episode in that he faced a problem at airport, a person suddenly ate stroke and fell down like that. What he used? Something broken glass and all such things, and he actually ventilated that patient on the airport. There is a South Indian movie also. That same kind of procedure here, the hero, I don't know how the hero, but he performed with the credit card. He cut his throat, the patient's female throat, and put next procedure is there. So it's a problem solving skill. Yeah, I don't have equipment, I don't have such things, I don't have that. If I am having it, then I will do perform. No. Many things happens. So it is a basic requirement of our day-to-day life or day-to-day practice, how to solve that problem. We don't have classroom, okay, we can sit anywhere. We can have anywhere lecture. That is a problem solving skill. We don't have PPTs, okay, I can teach without PPTs. These are the basic needs or the basic points. In clinical practice, you have much bigger problems. And how to perform the procedure according to that. I don't have that kind of medicine. Okay, I will replace it with another. It's a problem solving skill. Next, body language. It's the most important. I have some pictures. This is my favorite actually. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He had good qualities like team building. He built up a quality, a team, a party. From zero to government. language is different. If you watch his old videos, then as a like grandfather he walks around. His body language is different. Another person, Abdul Kalam, the best communication skill, self-confidence. He works under pressure many a times. Deadlines are there. You have to perform Agni Pariksha, that Agni missile on that day only. He was USA banned for many things. China now is not supporting us, nor neither any other country is supporting us. Still, he performed hard. I don't know. Pokhran 1, Pokhran 2 happened because of him. Mahatma Gandhi, team leader. What he had? Nothing. But he unites the whole nation in a pot. Dandi March. Not a big issue actually. Just pick up some salt from seashore and go. But it's a historic event of world history, not only Indian history. It's a historic moment. So these people actually work with soft skills. They first examine their own self, introspection. What kind of skills I do have? The next person, body language of Narendra Modi. His body language is so much different. It's I think so in September the G20 is there in Delhi, and at the G20 convention he welcomed many guests and presidents. Just look at his body language at that time. It's dominating. I am conducting this seminar. These are the body language. So we are not going to show such kind of body language in our OPD, but day-to-day practice, we have shoulder down, sluggish movements. Then what will patients speak? Yeah, you don't know anything. Some irritated kind of body language is there. Then what will patient feel? No, it's not safe with you. Your hand is shaking. What people will say? No, not put injection. Because the people actually observe each and everything of us, and they give reply or they do judge on these things. This is a very soft skill. What do we have? Next, find out the areas where you can develop your own soft skills. Introspection, self-realization. We should know what are the best qualities of me, what are the worst qualities of me, how can I perform some good things, and what can we get developed, what can we get changed. Next, action plan, communication, conversation, discussion has to do. Next, high priorities, decide priorities, soft skills. If I am going to teach something, then my soft skills will be different. If I am performing surgeries, then my soft skills will be different. I am playing cricket, then my soft skills will be different. You can't have all kind of soft skills in all kind of procedures or all kind of function. Every area of function is different. Therefore, find out the areas and do according to that. Creativity. You should use your own brains. It's actually my favorite sentence. Use your own brain. Don't go with other people's. Marathi मध्ये म्हण आहे दुपट्टा मारायला सोडू नको. Don't do like that. Dupatta marriage people are doing same way we are doing also. No, use your own brain. Put your own thoughts, your own creativity in that, and create a model whatever you like. Credibility. How it is credible? How it is going to benefit you? What is the importance? And last, working under pressure. The working under pressure is always there for us because the patient is standing there. He is crying, he is yelling, he is asking something. His relative or her relatives are there. they are putting some pressures. We are going to handle this. We are actually handling many things. We are calming down the patient, we are handling the relatives, we are handling the situation, we are saving the life of that patient. Someone may enter at that time, we have to ask him, we have to entertain everything under pressure. Every time, every day, if we are handling emergency ward, then we have conditions like a Parmanu. We don't know when it will get exploded, but we try to diffuse it. It's the first thing. So, working under pressure, empathy, sahavedana, it's a word. Don't just show the sympathy. It's the first, next point in that. Try to learn, try to know, try to understand the feelings of next person or the patient. Sympathy, yeah, I can understand, I know. No, that was not okay. You should feel it. That is the way, or that is the thing behind the empathy. Sahavedana Hashabdalina, you should feel. I do have sympathy with you. It will not work. But I can feel the pressure, I can feel the pain. Whenever you say something like that to another person, how he feels? If someone came to you for any emotional help, anything, and if you say, okay, I can feel that, then he will say, okay, I will feel you. It's the understanding of that thing. Therefore, the drawing is there, beautiful picture is there. And one's brain is attached to another brain, and they are actually sharing the thoughts. Good thoughts also, bad thoughts also. Empathy, perspective taking, talking, or put yourself in someone else's shoes. Same. You don't know what I feel. So try to feel in that way. Next, stay out of judgment and listen. Judgment, don't be judgmental at all. Don't try to make a judgment call in day-to-day practice also. Because patient came with us not only with physical problems, they also came to us with the psychological problems or emotional imbalances. Don't give any judgmental solution. First, listen them. Listen each and every word carefully, and then give your possible answer or the possible outcome. Don't judge and don't comment on his or her character. If he is telling about any other person, then also don't comment on next person also. No, don't do it. Because you don't know the intention of that person to tell you. It will affect your own practice. So don't do that. Try to keep a professional. Try to keep a safe distance as written on the drug. Keep safe distance. Safety. Keep safe distance. But listen everything. Give possible answer. Next, recognize emotion in another person that you have felt before. That should be recognized. If a person is previously you, then you should know how he is feeling previously and how he is feeling now. And lastly, communicate that recognize that emotion and go with communication or go with that emotion. Yeah, very few points are there. What are in your control, what are in not your control, identify that and accordingly do actions. You don't control your past, you cannot control your future, you cannot control others' actions, you cannot control others' emotions, but you do control your own actions, your own emotions, your own behavior, and your own present. And the easiest way, listen actively. First point, without full judgment, don't give any kind of judgment. Third, be understanding. Next, show Empath body language. Give a gesture. Give respect. Don't use mobile or other gadget in front of patient or anyone who is speaking with you. We usually do. Everybody does. I do. Everybody does. But whenever we are talking to a person who came for consultation, we can't do that. So it is the very basic or first rule to keep mobile or any kind of gadget away. I do. Unfortunately, while teaching or while doing lectures, some important parts are there, and I have to attend. So that happens, but it happens very, very, very rarely. Not always. Next, practice mindfulness. Yeah. Yoga, pranayama, what adhyatma, awakening. And last, ask open-ended questions. So how do you feel? What is your opinion? Open-ended means many answers are possible for that question. Many kind of answers, not only yes or no. It's like a descriptive. It may be like a subjective. It may be like a single sentence, or maybe like in one word, or he may decide for the whole episode for a word. It's open-ended. But what it will help to clean up that patient's mind. Next, respecting mentor, Sadrutta. In Charak Samhita, it is Charak Pratigna. You will get Charak Pratigna. It's a beautiful Pratigna written by Maharshi Charak. How to conduct, what should be the conduct of the person in a OPD. How he should be here. With a person, with a female patient, with a male patient, with a child, with an elderly person. Everything is written. Respect that this is a USA Hockey Federation, something is there, and they have code of conduct. Respect. So these are the code of conduct. You should respect. You should encourage. You should have sportsmanship, and sportsmanship does not require only on sports. It requires everywhere. Play, educate, understand, trust, ethics, respect, code, honesty, integrity. Everyone knows what is the importance of such words. Respect. You should listen first. The first very much code of conduct is you should listen while doing panel discussions, while having meetings. Like we do have, the clinical meetings are there. You should know the other people's judgment or the opinion on that particular disease or the medicine or the situation or surgery, anything like that. And then make an opinion. Don't try to make an opinion very early. Means there is a small post I came across saying that nowadays people started walking like if you are taking someone to about something like incidents for a program or for a car or a film day, what people say, ITM wala. When you says, ITM wala, then the other people will get, I should not tell him anything, because he is not willing to listen it. First, listen. Though you know that fact, though you know that incident, though you know everything about that thing, but do listen, because people require listeners. They require listeners. Be a first listener. Open your ears. Listen. Each and everything. In Mahabharata, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna listens first everything what the Arjuna said and then started. Never ever Krishna said, shut up, Arjuna, it's enough. No. Ask me. Whatever you don't you have any kind of doubt, ask me. I will give an So say respect to each other is the best thing. It's a professional thing. Respect to each other. This is the Indian way. Look at the faces that Dalima and all people are having. They get respect that. They feel happy. They please. You just wave the hand, people feels happy. You just smile back, people feels happy. And if you neglect the people, the next time no one going to wish you. It is the basic thing. How you behave in your hospital, how you behave in your OPD, how you behave in society, that actually gets as a reflection on your, it gets as a what we say, payback to you. Karma pays back. जैसे जैसे कर्म वैसे फल देता है ईश्वर. It's a first. Small things are there. See the face. Happy. Happiness is there. Respect is there. Safe is there. Last point, personal growth. Nurture your brain to grow many ideas. Like the enlighten your brain. Ignite your minds. And we are going to create history, actually. We are going to inherit many things in Ayurveda field or in health professional. Then we should have our own nurturing system. And what kind of nurturing system? These are the personal growth, development, creativity, training, learning, goals, vision, plan. We should. With the help of such things, we will grow. What is the personal growth? Success, talent, knowledge, learning, potential, motivation, strategy for the personal development. This is like a cycle. Everything is bound to another. Everything is linked with another. You should identify your own thoughts. You should identify your own positive things. You should identify your own negative things. What kind of procedure, what kind of ability, what kind of trade you do possess. And what will be the outcome of all these things. And how you are going to suppose to get the society or the Ayurvedic field or the other people, the poor man or the layman, anyone. Not only poor man, layman, anyone, how you are going to suppose to get. What kind of credibility you have, that has to identify and do accordingly. That is the first and last point of that personal development. Establish the purpose of direction, identify the development needs, look at development opportunities, formulate action plan, undertake development, record outcomes, and review them. It's like a cycle form. It gives birth to another point, it gives another point, but it's a continuous process, like a cycle. And it will actually help to develop yourself. Use of modern gadgets, you should know. That is actually part of development. I should know how to operate the PPTs. I should know how to operate the procedure. I should know how to open a file in Microsoft Word, in a PDF, in Acrobat, or Adobe, or what we can say, any kind of application. I should know how to send an email. I should know how to get an email, how to download it, how to upload it. What does it mean by spam box? These are the basic requirements of today's era, and these are the parts of personal development. That point has to be known. We are not heading back, we are heading in front. Our incoming generation, all the generation are using actually artificial intelligence and all such gadgets and things. Now, I cannot say, no, I will see it as it is, I don't want any gadget, I don't want anything. Then it might be problematic for other people also to get touch with you and for you also to get in touch with other people. You will get isolated. Okay, you want to be isolated, then it's okay. But just not to learn for the sake of, no, I am some different, I am not going to teach me, or someone will help me. No, no one is going to teach me. We are the first generation who learn about smartphone actually by using operating them. Because our previous generation don't know how to operate mobile. That's the fact. We saw the mobile from keypad to smartphone, to voice from foldable or the iPhone type. If we, the generation, started thinking that no, we are not going to use any kind of smartphones. No, we are not going to use any kind of new gadgets. Then what will happen? The next generation will not get that much knowledge of that thing, and then the problem will occur that new generation has to learn things from zero. We don't know about anything. Because of first generation, because of our generation, you people get many things easily. Okay, that is called as email, and that is called as a laptop, that is called as a hard disk, that is called as an application. Previous generation don't know anything. Likewise, in every house, our Dada Dadi or Azola ji says, "Hey, what is the mobile? Open to the other This beginning from zero, it's the first stage for them. They had that much fear, no confidence on. So, for the personal development, this is actually required. It impacts many things. Next, mind and personal development, physical habits, which helps you to develop kind of habits, good habits, bad habits, whatever is emotional, emotional, manage thoughts, managing all such things, and mental, critical thinking. The last thing is there, critical thinking is there. These are the personal development points. Speaking in front of audience, Vakta Dasha Sahasreshna. Everyone knows him, Sandeep Maharaj. Vakta, good narrator. And recognize Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुझे तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा. Only a single sentence gave him lots of support. People gave him gold, or the money, or everything. Our people left British Army to support him. Vakta. So, anyone knows him? Is Prahlad Keshav Atre, or the god is Acharya Atre. In the era of Sanyukta Maharashtra, actually Maharashtra Petala. His narration or his oration is like that only. A great orator. We have to have such kind of people. And I will say, do listen to all such kind of great orator speakers. Because while giving or while addressing the audience, you should know these points. Those people are expert. They can identify the audience. So firstly, I am talking with the first year student, then I should go that much basic. If I am talking with the final year student, then the first year basic should not be there. Then the clinical experiences, medicine use, that should be there. So identify the understand the audience. What is the mental condition of audience? Likewise, the very first communication skill, we know, understand the person we are going to communicate. Same thing, whose we are going to give the address, understand it. Same, second number of people. If only 5 people are there, then no use of mic or hearing or like that. I can communicate it easily. I can give small speech. If large number of there, then my sound should reach to large person. Then I have to use many gadgets also. Age, same as like the communication here. Age is also different. If all the children are sitting there, I can't say
many mature things. I have to tell them a story or like recite some poem like that. Socio-economic status, of course, persons who are living in rural area, they have different interests. Persons who are living in urban area, they do have different interests. People who are working with bigger economical structure, their problems are different, their understanding is different. People who are working with farmers or all such things, their perspective is different. So identify that. Next, interest. If all cricketers are sitting there and I am giving speech on how football is great. So interest should be there. Time, yeah. Time. खत्म हो रहा है अभी. That should be there. Topic. I should be relevant with the that topic. If my topic is communication skill and I am going with another thing, it's irrelevant. So these are some points. Identify the group people. How to speak with confidence in public. You can get very thing in net also. Don't use teleprompter. If someone is putting or a screen is going and you are just reading that screen. No, don't do that. There is a small solution for that. Whenever we are going to, we are delivering actually PPT presentation, people used to stare like that. When few people actually stare like that and speaks. So you should have eye contact. You should have personal contact with each and every audience. Therefore, don't go here and there, here and there, here and there. No, stick to the point. Stick to the place. Try to communicate with each person at a single place. We do have a teacher who roam around like that in classroom. From this place to that place to this place. And we are actually counting these rounds. We are not visiting this lecture. In today's lecture, 35 rounds. Someone said, no, 36 is there. So actually, it distracts the person who is listening there. He distracts the audience. He distracts himself also. Next, pause maximum effect and impact on all such things. And PowerPoint, last point. Use PowerPoint presentation systematically. This is the last slide. It's you versus you. Many people know him. What he said? Every day, always and has been. Make sure the good one is in always wins. So use such qualities. Use these qualities. Develop yourself. Get prepared for the upcoming challenges, upcoming program. Inherit something, nurture something in your science, in your brain, your creativity, in your society, in your nation. Because we are the one among the pillars of this nation. If the health system is proper, the persons who are living or the citizens who are living in that nations are healthy, the economic status, social status of that nation is good. If it is not, then everything will be changed. So therefore, be healthy with mind, with physics. Keep your emotions under control. Try to understand. Try to equalize. Show your gratitude. Show your respect and love each and every one. There is a beautiful sentence what we have in our verses. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu nirama, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma pashyantu purvana. No one should get any kind of illness or disease. That is the last प्रार्थना. सगळ्यात शेवटी सगळ्यांना खूप धन्यवाद. बऱ्याच दिवसांनी पुढे ते सिरियसली जाऊन तुम्ही सांगाल की सर कधी कधी आज पूर्ण वेळ फेरवली बोलते इंग्लिशमध्ये. नेहमी मराठी ऐकायची सवय लागल्यानंतर जरा असं काही असं बऱ्याच जणांना म्हणजे काय म्हणतात तांब्याच्या थाळीमध्ये पिझ्झा ऑर्डर केल्यासारखं वगैरे वाटायला. जे काही आमचं इंग्लिश असेल लहान मोठ्यातलं ते ऐकून घेतलं. काही चुकलं वगैरे असेल तर सुधारणा करून मला सांगा ना की सर सेंटेन्स असं पाहिजे होतं मी आवडेल